Sunday evening. Welcome back to the LTL True Crime Podcast. I am your host, Brian, and it is Sunday night, December 17, 2023. We are just about 2 weeks away from New Year's Eve and heading into the new year of 2024. Do you all have anything planned for 2024? If you do, let me know there down in the chat. My goal for 2024, wow, feels like I was born so long ago, but my goal for 2024 is to become a full-time creator, full-time YouTube, clear and free of my corporate job. I'm giving myself a year to achieve that goal, and I am super excited to be doing it. Super exciting to be doing it. The channel is moving on here. We just passed 12,500 subscribers. So I want to thank all the new subscribers, members, chatters, all you that just leave wonderful comments on my videos. Makes us feel good over here at Team LTL, and I do truly appreciate it. So this evening, we're going to get into a little bit of Anthony $5 million Ponzi scheme Farah, the Timepiece gentleman. I have some new court documents that I'm going to update you on. And then what I want to do is play a video that was released a couple of days ago from a YouTuber called Watch Eric. And I know a lot of people here tonight are probably like, who the hell is Watch Eric? Well, Watch Eric is a gray market dealer. He got his start with CMR down in Florida, and then eventually broke off from that company and went on his own. They deal in very high-end luxury timepieces. When I mean that, I mean wristwatches for the novice that are out there watching this. And, there's quite a few of them. You have Watch Eric, you have Roman, you have Nico, and they're really the major players in this game and in the gray market dealer. They deal with very high-end watches. And, recently broke his silence about Anthony Farah. At one time, all of these guys were pretty much connected, into the YouTube world, into the gray market world. And you're now seeing with Anthony, arrested in custody and behind bars right now, a lot of these guys that were connected to him are starting to come out and speak up. And I have to be honest with you. I like Watch Eric. I love his channel. I still watch, I'm not in the watch YouTubing game anymore. I'll head over on JJ's panel and hang out with the guys over there because we have a friendship and a relationship over there. And, I've known them for quite a while, and I still give JJ a lot of credit. In the sense of he was the one that actually got me live streaming. So I still give him a lot of credit to this day. And I love going over there and hanging on their panels, having a few laughs with them. It's always fun. But I like Watch Eric. I like watching his videos. They're educational. They're very easy to watch. If you're a novice, you can kind of catch on his drift and his lingo. His videos are always captivating. He uses great music, and he's just a normal guy in front of the camera talking to you, just very basic about high-end watches. And the thing that's really cool that I like about his videos is that he would be the type of guy, like if you went into a bar to grab a drink with your buddies or something, and he was sitting next to you and you looked over and glanced at his watch, and it could just spark a really cool conversation. He's a very down-to-earth person. Personally, I don't know him, but from what he's presenting in his YouTube videos, seems very down to earth and explains luxury watches very easily. And that's why I really enjoy about his videos. So I'm going to play his reaction to Anthony. He's is going to talk about that and talk about his interactions and just how foolish basically Anthony is. But before we get into that, and before we get into the legal documents, I just want to do this really quick. My one pitch for each of my shows that I do. I just want to talk about a website that I am using called Buy Me a Coffee. It is growing, which is great, and it's been getting a lot of great reaction. And as this grows, I'll have some more exclusive content on there, kind of cross-pollinating with my YouTube channel. But what we use this for is to source any donation or support that you would like to hear at LTL True Crime Podcast, as I'm trying to achieve my dream of becoming financial financially independent from my corporate job, leaving that behind and becoming a full-time YouTuber. So what you can do here is, if you'd like, you can go on the site here. My link is posted up above, and you can just use this section over here to do any type of amount that you would like, or type in an amount and create a donation through that. I also have monthly memberships, and you can join there and support me on a monthly membership as well. And I have all my fantastic supporters over here. I mostly get back to them when I get a chance and leave comments and just say, hey, thanks for your support. I really, really do appreciate all that. So that is my one pitch for the show. And obviously you can use the super chat option down there in the chat, or you can become a member through the channel as well. I just like Buy Me a Coffee because it gives 95% control back to the creator, unlike YouTube, where they really nail us at like 30% and taxes and all that stuff. Of course, we have to pay taxes on Buy Me a Coffee as well, but I'm saying we just get more financial control over there, and it's just such a easy, well done second party website to get support. So let's get into the legal documents, but like I always do, because some people may be very fresh to this case or new to it, what are you talking about, and who the hell is Anthony Farah? So let's just do a quick review, like I always like to do at the beginning of these streams, just so everybody gets an idea. So from the United States Attorney's Office, right here from the DOJ website, justice.gov, founder of Beverly Hills Timepiece Gentlemen, or Gentleman Timepieces, consignment store charged with conning victims in luxury watch type Ponzi scheme. And I'll read a little bit from this article. I'm not going to get too in depth for it. And then I'm going to share some new legal documents that I got on Anthony's recent court hearing. I want to thank my source. If you are watching, thank you so much for getting me those documents. You've been a angel on my shoulder doing that, and I appreciate you doing that for me. So, and it says here at the top of the subtitle, consignment store charged in conning victims in luxury watch Ponzi scheme. So it says, Los Angeles, a man previously operated a business in Beverly Hills known as Gentleman Timepieces, or on YouTube, he was known as Timepiece Gentleman, appeared in court this afternoon after his arrest Tuesday by FBI agents on charges of defrauding customers of luxury watch consignment business. And this happened back in November. That's when it finally all caught up with him. Anthony Farah, 35, who until recently lived in downtown Los Angeles, was charged in a federal criminal complaint filed Monday with wire fraud, a felony that carries a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. And I will tell you this, Anthony is facing 11 charges, 20 years apiece, which would add up to, what is it? 220 years in prison is what he's facing right now. Not a good sentence. Not a length of time that I would want to be in prison. So Farah, also known as the Timepiece Gentleman, was arrested without incident at a storage facility in Venice and was held in federal custody overnight. He made his initial appearance this afternoon in U.S. District Court, and an arraignment was scheduled on December 14th. A detention hearing is scheduled for Thursday. So anyway, basically what this guy did was took consignment pieces, promised people their 5% when he sold their luxury watch. So let's just say, a luxury watch, $50,000, $100,000. He would sell it. He would take his 5% commission. And then what was he supposed to be doing was sending the money to the client when they got paid, when he made the sale. But Anthony was not doing that. Anthony was using that money to fund his lavish lifestyle with buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris and G-Wagons and going gambling in Vegas and, excuse me, and dropping like $100,000 in Vegas and hookers and all the fun stuff that you do with other people's money. I'm just kidding about that, but I think you're getting my drift. So all of this finally got caught up, and it caught up to Anthony. The feds got involved, and he is now in jail. I just want to recognize is this super sticker. Finchy, thank you so much for the 99-pound super sticker. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. So anyway, I'm not going to read too much about this article. If you don't know about Anthony, you can seek out, just type in Anthony Farah on YouTube. It'll give you a little bit of his, who he was, what he was doing, what his background is. There's tons of videos about him, and I will drop the link to the article if you want to read it in its entirety, so it gets kind of caught up. I also have, on my page, if you look under the alleged scams and deception, you can get caught up on all the Timepiece gentleman case information that I've been doing over here and sourcing all of the legal documents. So let's pull up some of the new documents, and this was from Anthony's court appearance the other day. What I first want to show you here, just so everybody gets an understanding, is let me just bring this up. This document here is basically the outline of the case, how it's going to proceed, what are the rules in the case. I'm not going to read too much of it. I'll scroll through it. We can pick through it a little bit here, but this is basically telling you this is how this case is going to be ran in federal court. And it gets the rules. I'm sure Anthony got a copy of this. So it says this above matter is set for trial before the Honorable Josephine Stanton in United States District Judge, Courtroom 8A, First Street Courthouse is the address. And then it's going to say Judge Stanton's proceeds webpage is incorporated in this order. The parties and counsels are ordered to review and comply with the court's applicable procedures and notice, which may be accessed at, and I'm going to pull that page up as well so you get all that. So this is the judge's rules. This is how it's going to happen. This is the proceedings. This is how it will be played out in court. You have motion practices, all the subtitles under that, conference of counsel, limitations on briefing, hearing time estimate required, hearing dates for pretrial criminal motions. So it's outlining the procedures essentially. Briefing schedule for pretrial motions, discovery motions. You have discovery and notice, duty to produce and disclose. I'm not going to read all the subtitles. I just want to get the basics out there so you understand what's going on. Trial, how the trials are going to work. Trial schedule, government witness list, exhibit list and exhibits. How it's all going to be lined out. 5 copies of the government witness list, 5 copies of the government exhibit list, binders containing the government's original exhibits, and so on. Defense witness list and exhibits, exhibit tags, summary of the indictment, jury instructions and verdict forms. And I think you're getting my gist here. So it basically just outlines the case, sentencing proceedings, and it's Josephine L. Stanton, United States District Judge, revised on September 12th, 2023. So it's basically their rules. I just want to pull this up too, so you all understand something, and I want to make sure that people understand. If you think that you are going to hear, if you think that you are going to see any type of video from this or any type of audio, I'm going to tell you right now, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. If people are claiming they have video, they have audio, it's bullshit. Okay, let's just set that straight, because I'm going to tell you right now. Joe, thank you so much for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Joe says, thanks for the coverage. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. And I just had a dono come through on Buy Me a Coffee. Let me pull that up as well. Thank you so much for the coffee. Let me check out who just sent one in. I have Carrie. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, I just did not get this last night. Actually, Sweet and Sassy has become a member on Buy Me a Coffee, a crime enthusiast, and that's a $5 every month. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I want to just make sure that everybody understands no video allowed in federal court. So if someone's claiming they have video, leaked video, it's bullshit, okay? And I just want to read over that really quick. so people understand that. So recording, copying, photographing, or rebroadcasting of court proceedings is prohibited by federal law. A violation of this uh, prohibition may result in sanctions, including suspension of your license to practice before this court, referral to the state bar, denial of the right to appear by video or telephonically at future proceedings, criminal prosecution, contempt, denial of admission to future hearings, and any other sanctions deemed necessary by court. That's why when you see something on court TV and it's a federal trial, you get sketches because there's no video allowed. There's no video allowed. So if someone's claiming that they have video, I have leaked video, I saw something, it's bullshit. And if it is true and they have it and they're putting it out there, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So I just want to make sure that people understand that. I'm sure you do, but some people don't, and that's why I try to make it very clear to people. So anyway, this outlines how the judge, this outlines basically how she runs her court. And, if you want to go over and read this page, you can. It's just a lot of legal stuff on here. I'm not going to go through it in depth, but I just wanted to make the point that recording, video, anything like that, like Orko's saying as well, yeah, no video allowed in federal court. So if someone's saying they have it, it's bullshit. Okay, it's complete bullshit unless they're trolling and they're making a video, which I'm sure probably Mookie might put something together. He puts very funny videos together, which would be hilarious if he had something kind of mocking Anthony in court. That would be really great. Yeah, absolutely, Carrie. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody understands that because not a lot of people do. I don't really understand the whole federal process, so I'm learning that as well. All right, let's pull up the. So they gave this document to Anthony, and this is Anthony's constitutional rights. Yeah, Mookie's great, right? We're going to pull this up here so you can all understand. So this was United States District Court of Central California, United States versus America, Anthony Farah, defendant. You are here for an arraignment and plea upon the indictment for information filed against you, a copy which has been given to you. So he has the indictment, obviously. You are entitled to a speedy in public trial. If you wish to waive the jury trial, you must be tried by a court sitting with a jury. You are entitled to representation by an attorney at all stages of the proceedings against you. If you do not have the funds or means to hire a lawyer, tell the magistrate judge, and he or she will appoint an attorney for you of indigent defense panel or a office of the federal public defender to represent you without cost. And I believe that Anthony is still using a public defender. You are entitled to see or hear evidence and cross-examine the witness against you. You're entitled to process of the court to subpoena a witness on your behalf without cost to you. Or if you are an indigent, and if people mean like, what the hell is indigent? Indigent, basically, you are broke. You have no feria, no money, no dinero. It is not necessary to prove your innocence. It is the burden of government to prove and compel complete evidence your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. If you desire to plead guilty, you will further be questioned by a court of assertion within you or not a plea involuntary. Excuse me. In the event your plea is accepted, the court will sentence you after referral to the probation officer for pre-sentence report. I'm sorry. This procedure usually takes about 10 weeks before accepting a plea of guilty. The judge expects you to have a decision, your case fully with your lawyers, have been fully advised of all your defenses you may have. You'll be expected to know the maximum minimum sentence you can receive for your plea of guilty. Do not plead guilty unless you are in fact guilty of the charges made against you in the indictment or information. Do not plead guilty if there have been any threats made against you or any members of your family by anyone. Do not plead guilty if you have been any promise of leniency, or particular sentence made to you by anyone, including your own lawyer. No one has the authority to make any promises to concerning sentence. Your case will be referred to one of the judges of the court for all other proceedings. The name of the judge will be drawn after your arraignment, and all further proceedings will be before that judge. And you can see here, Anthony signed it, 12/14/23. And he says the acknowledgement of the defendant says, I have been I've read the above statement in rights. I understand them. I do not require the translation of the statement, nor do I require an interpreter for court proceedings. And you can see here, the attorney has signed it in 12/14/23. Okay, so I have that there. I wanted to show everybody. Now let's get to Anthony Farrer's minutes, the minutes in court. This kind of tells you what happened that day. So obviously we had court on 12/14, 2023. And it says right here, U.S. versus defendant. He was present, so they checked that off. In custody, meaning he is behind bars, obviously. Attorneys for the defendant was present. Let's see. Anthony Farrer and Erica Choi is his public defender. Proceedings arraignment for the defender and or assignment of case. So defendant states true name is the name on the charging document. Defendant is arraigned under the name of on charging document. Defendant acknowledged have read charges documents and discussed it with counsel. Defendant pleads not guilty to all counts of the charges and document. I mean, this guy, bro, you went on YouTube, bro. You went on YouTube, bro, and admitted what you did. I mean, I get it. You're going to drag out the proceedings to buy yourself some time. But, bro, come on. They have the goods on you, man. You don't think they're going to pull up that video in court and play it? This case is assigned to Judge Josephine Stanton. Then it says that it is an order to follow the dates and times. Jury trial is set on 1/30, 2024 at 9 a.m. Status conference on 1/19, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. The parties are referred to Judge Stanton's procedure schedules to obtain a copy of the judge's trial order located on the court's website. Judge Stanton is located. Obviously, we have the address there. And that's it. USMLA. And you have the initials by the deputy clerk. And that's the criminal minutes in the arraignment. So Anthony's going to be behind bars for Christmas, for New Year's. And it's not looking like he's going to have any trial date until the end of January. So it's a lot of time to sit and think. Maybe they work a deal. I don't know. I think old Ant's in a lot of trouble. We've talked about this. I think some people think, oh, he's going to get 2 years and get away. I think what they're going to do is once they start banging those 220 years at him, they're probably hoping that he just pleads to one of them. Maybe he gets 20 years. I don't know. What do y'all think? I heard 1 to 5. I've heard 8 to 10. I've heard 20 years plus. What do you think, Pod Boss? What do y'all think? Put in the comments how many years you think old Ant's gonna get if he's convicted of these charges. What do you think? I think I'm gonna write Ant a Christmas card. I'm gonna send him a Christmas card. Maybe we'll do that, or a Happy New Year's card, and tell him if he wants to write anything. If he wants to write anything that I can read on air, I'd love to do that for him. But let me know in the chat how many years you think old Ant's gonna get. Let's say 1 to 5, 8 to 10, or 20 years plus. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do it the right way. Come on. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. We like polls. Do a poll. Do that poll. Not that poll, but that poll. Let me start a poll. Let's see. How many years does everybody think old Ant's going to get? And then we're going to pull up Watch Eric, because I found that little podcast he did. Very, very interesting. The things that he talked about. How many years do you think TPG will get? All right. So let's say 1 to 5. We'll do 8 to 10. Then what was the other one? 10 to 15. And then we'll do 20 plus. All right. Poll at the top. Take the poll. 1 to 5, 8 to 10, 10 to 15, 20 years plus. All right, let's pull up Watch Eric. This was really great. I was listening to this just before I went to bed last night. I was listening to some of it. And I hope he doesn't mind that I use this video. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to watch this on its own without my commentary. But let's hear Watch Eric break his silence on old Ant. All right.
All right, so welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something that I have put on the back burner for quite some time, and it's going to be mostly because I really did not want to talk about it.
Again, I really enjoy Watch Eric. I really enjoy it. Like I explained at the beginning of the podcast, I really enjoy watching his content. He seems very easy to talk to. When he explains luxury watches, he can explain it very easily for a novice. You can pick up on his videos really quick. You understand his videos are fun, uses great music. He's always outside, which is cool. He's down in Florida. I think he's in Miami, but really great videos. Check out his channel if you like watch content. All right, Francis in the chat. Let's see. Says, I think he will be offered 20 years to plea the 11 wire mail fraud charges down to 1. Also goes on to the RICO money laundering charge will be 10 years consecutive unless they agree to run it with the last charge concurrent if and only if he makes significant restitution. Cater goes on to say 8 to 10 seems like most Ponzi scheme criminals seem to get excuse me, Jen Shah and Elizabeth Holmes. She goes on to say Mary Posimus Anthony and happy 220 years. There's your Christmas card, Hatter. That's really good. I like that. That's really, really good, Mary. That's a good one. That's really good. All right, let's listen to Watch Eric. You got to understand, these guys were in and around Anthony, not so much Watch Eric. Roman was really actually more around him. And I know a lot of you probably don't understand the people that I'm talking about, but in the watch world, these are gray market dealers. They deal in the stuff that the kind of watches that Anthony was dealing as well. And I'm just noticing, a lot of these guys now that Ant's behind bars, they're coming out, they're speaking a little bit more about it and just saying, hey, you know what? I may have had one transaction, Eric's going to talk about it. I only had one transaction with him, and this is what we did. I only, he's going to talk about I only bought a Submariner from him. So really distancing himself from this guy, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I wanted to be as far away from this mess as possible. And I think it's about time that I finally just give a quick little glimpse of what I feel about how to handle yourself. You just get lost in the sauce, and these are the things that happen.
Start believing your own lies.
And I don't understand how it becomes a crime and you end up hurting people. I don't agree with any of that. Like I said, I think what he did was wrong, and something like that has to be penalized.
If I were going to run off with, I would keep all the accounts running as normal, and I would disappear, not my entire team. I would not make it so obvious.
Remember when his bank accounts got frozen? Remember that? That was like right after I think it was just right after the blackout. Remember that?
I'm like shaking. You scared? Not scared. Oh. 10,000 on black and it hit. So it's going to be a good start to Vegas. All right, guys. So earlier I played.
And then that client's money.
60,000 on black and it hit. And I've been up and down a little bit. So now I'm feeling a little more aggressive. I've got 40 left. $5,000 chips. I'm about to go one more time, put it on black, and just see what happens.
Excuse me.
So follow me. Here we go.
Wait a minute. I got to go back and look. He is really short. That lady that walked by him was short, and he is short.
One more
Take a
time, put
look
it on
again.
black and just see what happens. So follow me. Here we go.
Look how tall Liz just towers over him. He's like 5'6". He's like 5'6", bro. It was funny. I think I saw something on Reddit where he was standing outside an elevator and they had measured up how tall, the elevator button is, and they put him and they're like, yeah, dude, he's only like 4 inches over that. Old Ant.
There we go. Dropping it all over the place. You know what I mean?
So a lot of people, what the rumor is too, is this scumbag was using obviously the client's money, going out, trying to gamble it and triple it and double it so he could just take the profit off it. What a fucking shithead. Frank says 4'9" tops. He should plead insanity. Napoleon always meets his Waterloo. Oh, the comments are so good tonight. I love the comments. Good stuff.
You're afraid to take risk.
That's how you
risk
take
you can
it.
afford to lose.
People can't think that you can get away with something like that. Another thing I want to say is there are other Anthonys out there. They might not be on social media and they might not have a popular YouTube channel, but there are other guys out there that have come into this business in the last 3-4 years, the Corona dealers, and there are going to be some out there that little by little are out there just to pull a giant fraud. So you got to be careful. You got to deal with people that are legit. I don't care how good the price is. I remember seeing Anthony's post because Keon showed it to me that he was offering 5% commission. 5% consignment fees. That didn't make any sense. How do you ship a watch halfway across the country, get it over here, insure it? Now that I shipped your $50,000 watch over, besides the fact that I paid for the label, now it's under my care, meaning if the watch gets lost or stolen in the shipping, or I'm responsible. Yeah. Then if the watch gets scratched, I got to warranty the watch when I sell it. I got to use my media machine to promote the watch and sell it. You have the fraud factor. What if they do fraud? All that just to make a 5%. It didn't make sense. At first, I thought he was crazy. Yeah. At that moment, I thought, man, this guy's crazy. Now it makes sense. He said 5% because he wanted you to send the watch so you can eat it. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I'm going to double down on my position. And the fact of the matter is that this is a sideshow. It's crazy. And it's the last thing we need in this business. I mean, it goes so far that even one of my best friends, his friend's little brother bought some of Anthony's furniture that they're evicting from his original apartment.
Wait. Run that back.
What? Right here. Look at this. Oh my God. The owner just sent the article. The TV stand was owned by this guy. He says his money got seized, and I guess he told the landlord to keep his furniture. It says people wanted to blank the guy. His confession video that is all over the internet is from my oceanfront condo. I own that. I was renting to him. Oh my God.
One of my best friends, little brother, sends my friend an article saying, yo, you're not going to believe this. I just bought some furniture from a guy that got evicted, and he supposedly was in the watch business. And guess who I think it was? Anthony. It's like fucking guy comes out of the woodworks for everything.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable. At the end of the day, I think it's very unfortunate for everybody out there that trusted him. There's people out there that trusted him that didn't know all the background stuff and just felt like he was a legit business. There's other people out there that got screwed over because there was somewhat of a greed factor involved there, because they invested in him and they wanted a return. They took the gamble. Don't take that wrong, if you understand what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Right, and that's the blow up that we have now. And I think that's
here's that leather couch. Probably gonna stay away from that one.
Thing I want to say about this topic is what we already know.
Before we switch and we go and switch gears, what do you think that backlash did to not only us, but
Well,
as someone in the industry who
Oh.
actually has a profession, who sells and buys watches for a living, that solely does that?
That's
for
a great
career?
question. Although Anthony never directly stole anything from me, I know many dealers that he burned and owes
Wow.
money to. And unfortunately, like I
go
said, many
deeper.
victims out there that took him, that he took them for a major ride. Fortunately, he never took any money from me because we didn't do any business like that. However, the nuclear fallout from Anthony,
Blackout.
of course,
Blackout.
spread everywhere
Blackout.
like on a high-speed fan.
Blackout.
Okay. People were getting nervous. For me, it didn't affect me
Blackout stunt.
in the consignment part of the business because I don't necessarily base my business on consignments. There's a lot of guys out there that their whole business is based on consignment. Those guys took major hits. People were scared to send them watches. They're worried about, is the guy going to run out with their watches? We had a bunch of phone calls of people about to buy a watch or about to do this and say, oh, because, of the Anthony situation and all that. So it definitely affected us. We had people calling and asking about him. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to run my own business. I'm worried about my own things. Now I got to have people calling me and asking me about Anthony.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. There was a point in time where we would get calls daily. People asking, "Oh, what do you think about this Anthony thing?" I'm a little skeptical. There was actually a couple of leads or deals.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and bash Roman. I think Roman's a super nice guy. I'm not in that world. I don't know him personally. I've been on maybe one panel with him over on JJ's and hung out. I know Marco that works for him. I don't know that. I just see what I saw in the videos. I'm not saying they were like friends. I know a lot of people like debate that. They were around each other a lot in videos. They hung out. All these guys had connections to Anthony at one point. They were seen in his videos, or they were hanging out at the watch conventions. So that's all I'm saying. I have nothing. I don't even know Roman personally, so I would never say anything against him. But all I was just basically saying was they were all in their own mutual videos for a while. To me, that's hanging out. You had a connection, whether it was a friendly connection or business person, a business connection, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't the fly on the wall in that room, but clearly they were all over YouTube and they were hanging out. I mean, Roman had them on when he used to do those little podcasts. He had Marco and Anthony up on the cigars and whiskey thing when they were hanging out for like a couple of hours. I mean, they hung out together. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to I'm just seeing what my eyes see. Just like Watch Eric said I had a dealing with, he's going to say, I bought a watch off.
Deals that I don't want to say that we lost, but they were definitely put on hold because people were skeptical about. Look, at the end of the day, you're sending a wire to someone.
Definitely not in that world. I'm not in that world anymore. I'm just covering the fact of the crime here. And like I said, I used to watch Anthony way back in the day when he first started. We used to talk about him on my streams when I was doing watch content. And that's basically all I'm doing, just covering the case here. And I just found this article, this podcast to be very interesting.
And you're expecting to get the watch received as
described. I'm not saying, man.
There is some sort of gamble in that, but like he said, you should do your research and double down and make sure who you're doing business with is someone who is not a fly-by-night.
What they did behind doors or walls or what they didn't do, that's their business. I don't know. I'm just covering Anthony.
Guy who will be here today
You
and
know
be
what he
gone
did.
tomorrow. It has a ripple effect no matter what you do, or like he said, we had no business. We did no transactions with Anthony. He bought a watch from us. That's it. But it definitely affected everyone across the board. And that's the worst part about it.
It's not fair. He's erratic and crazy. So again, never did anything, directly. But indirectly, unfortunately, we've had to deal with it, including having to do this video. Next fucking topic. So the Daytonas are finally out. I know it's crazy, right? Like all of a sudden change the topic. The Daytonas are finally out. I've had them in my hand, and a certain person told me today that
the other 9 minutes, they're going to talk a little timepieces here, but I just wanted to pull that up, knowing that, watch Eric. They were in some videos together. He just said that he bought a Submariner from him before, and that's the extent of all that. And again, just really distancing themselves from that situation so they continue to go on with their company. They talked about that blackout video, and if you haven't seen the blackout video, I'll drop the link there. I actually archived it on my channel, so you can check it out. And that was that. I've done the playthrough here. I think, oh, wait, this is the bank account. Oh, my God, it's right to the bank accounts when his bank accounts got frozen. Let's pull that up. Remember when his bank accounts got frozen? Let's end with this.
Anybody we can talk to about my accounts?
What's your accounts?
Yeah, they're all frozen.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all seen what's going on.
Yeah, so honey, she'll be running.
Listen to him. He's like, my money. Other people's money. I mean, my money. Other people's money.
I sent her an email last night too.
Remember this?
Yeah.
Have you talked to Chris?
I have not. He might have been trying to call me, but I'm not answering numbers I don't know because my phone hasn't stopped ringing.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
can we get on a call with him? Yeah.
Remember this,
That's all I've
Gary?
been waiting on is to
Right.
hear back from him to know
Okay.
what to do.
Okay. And I sent you an email last night. Did you get that?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
talking to you this morning.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
I've been blown up all day. I can't remember if I put it in there, but if y'all do, like I understand your normal protocol, something like that comes out,
Remember
you
those
have to act.
the
But look at
panels
my
they put up
transaction
for
history. Is there anything
COVID
crazy?
panels? Remember
No,
those?
I'm still steady
The
paying
barriers?
people, and that's why I need my accounts unfrozen because I've got a $400,000 wire coming in from my investor, who y'all can call
Investor.
and confirm it. That I need to pay more people.
It's really gonna
Investor.
unfortunately be all on Chris because he's
Okay.
the officer on your account, so he's the only one that can kind of make decisions
Sure.
on what we need to do.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, man.
Did you talk to Brandon earlier?
They still have them up,
I
really?
did. I got a little bit of the story.
Okay.
Can you fill me in on all of it?
Yes. Okay. So it spiraled way faster than we expected. But basically, dude, we're raising awareness. The end goal of this is to raise awareness for charity and take the social media distractions out of it. That's the end message.
That makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're someone that's essentially, I would say like viral, but you're someone that's pretty big on YouTube at the time. And then you're trying to say, I'm trying to do a charity auction or spend time with charity. So to make people realize that social media is not everything. How about this? No, you at the time probably still had to serve community service. And that's why you did this, because I think still during this time, he had an ankle bracelet on, right? So he probably had to do community service. And this was the stunt that he pulled. And he said, well, I got to do my community service anyway. Why don't you guys go with me? And we'll whip it into this big blackout narrative and make it seem all controversial like we took off to boost the channel. That's what he was doing, to boost my status.
Now, what happened was last night or Monday night at midnight, we deactivated all of our social media.
Yeah, it was court
We
order.
locked
You
our
tried
door at the
playing it
office,
off.
turned the lights off. All the inventory is still sitting in our safe. Actually, today it's at my house getting photographed for our new website. We were going dark for a week. All of our clients that we owe money have been paid. As you can see in my account transaction history, we've been steadily sending out payments. We have reached out to all of our consignees. All of our clients are cool. Like they're like, hey, should we be worried? No, you shouldn't. Trust us. They're like, okay, cool. Everyone's been paid.
Should we be worried? No, you shouldn't. Trust us.
There's not a single person out there. If you read
Holy
any of the chatter anywhere,
Any of the
not one person that's actually legitimate is saying these guys have screwed me over. It's these
How
guys are
I-
scammers.
irony.
These guys are Ponzi scheme, blah, blah, blah. It's,
I can't even believe he said that. I have to go back and clip that. Holy shit. I have to go back and clip that. Did you hear what he said? A Ponzi scheme. Holy shit. I forgot that he said that in this video. This is not a Ponzi scheme.
transaction history. We've been steadily sending out payments. We have reached out to all of our consignees. All of our clients are
The
cool.
irony,
Like
dude.
they're like, hey, should we be worried? No, you shouldn't. Trust us. They're like, okay, cool. Everyone's been paid. There's not a single person out there. If you read any of the chatter anywhere, not one person that's actually legitimate is saying these guys have screwed me over. These guys are scammers. These guys are Ponzi schemes, blah, blah, blah. It's all just a bunch of chatter, which is what we knew would create. And it's being talked about across the world. So the other thing is, for y'all's peace of mind, I put my entire life
You're gonna be worried.
on
You're
YouTube.
not cool,
everything.
Anthony.
If people don't think that
I
I'm
gotta go
not
back and
smart
clip
enough
that. These guys are
to
Ponzi
realize
schemes.
if my plan was to take off with everyone's stuff, one, why would I still be paying my bills? Two, why would there not be slow withdrawals? You know, something suspect showing that I'm pulling money out. And three, why would I have made it such a drastic, like blatant thing? Like if I were going to run off with, I would keep all the accounts running as normal.
This shit never gets old, man. This is the best shit to just go back and watch. Because the irony in all of this is freaking amazing.
And I would just,
There's so
I
much
would disappear.
irony.
My entire team. I would not make it so f***ing obvious. Dude, by this article came out 6 hours after we deactivated stuff. Zero facts behind it. And if you read the article, it says after our own investigation.
Yeah, super.
What was their investigation? They went to my office and my door was locked and my light was turned off and I didn't answer my cell phone. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I could have been in the hospital. Something bad could have happened. And this guy has proven our point that someone's entire world can be turned upside down because of social media. And look at how much time people have spent. I'd be willing to bet people have spent more time in the last 40 hours watching this than they have in 6 months giving their time to charity. I completely understand what y'all had to do. Take your time, do your own due diligence, and look at my accounts. I'll send you my Chase accounts. I'll send you my IFS shipping history showing you that these watches, these transactions are legit. Call Roman Sharp.
Is this, there it is, Orko. Call Roman Sharp. Listen, is this how he explained it to the feds when he got caught? I kind of feel like this is the interrogation with the feds, right? I'll show you. Look, I have everything.
I'm the charity. I completely understand what y'all had to do. Take your time. Do your own due diligence.
Call
and look
Roman
at my
Sharp.
accounts. I'll send you my Chase accounts. I'll send you my...
I'm telling you, this is how it went down when he sat with the feds. I'm telling you, listen, this is if we were in that room. Now, Anthony, tell us what you did. We know that you did this. And then all of a sudden, this is his defense. I'm telling you, this is how it would sound.
And look at my accounts. I'll send you my Chase accounts. I'll send you my IFS shipping history showing you that these watches, these transactions are legit. Call Roman Sharp. Roman Sharp is a big YouTuber.
I gotta clip that. Call Roman Sharp.
And look at my accounts.
Poor
I'll
Roman.
send you my Chase accounts. I'll send you my IFS shipping history showing you that these watches, these transactions are legit. Call Roman Sharp. Roman Sharp is a big YouTuber in this space, and he just did a video. And on his live video, he said it doesn't make sense. He went dark on Tuesday morning, wire for $1,000 for a watch he owed me for.
I'm good with it. I talked to
Call Roman Sharp. Call Roman Sharp. I like when Orko types it. Call Roman Sharp.
All we need now is I just need my accounts open.
I've
got a $400,000 wire coming in from my investor who's very aware of what we're doing, and I can give you his personal information and all that. You can reach out to him, verify that he knows what's going on, who he is, and who we are to him. But I just need that money to come in so I can pay some more people.
I'm driving right now. When I get stopped, I'll send an email, say, hey, I talked to you. Let's open his accounts back up.
Yeah, you can.
Obviously, if he's in the bank, he's not doing what they're saying.
Dude,
Obviously, it's bullshit. So
my whole team is at my apartment. I'm hiding in the worst place ever. All right, thank y'all. Thank you.
So that was a bank manager, right? Was that the bank manager? He's talking to the bank manager, right? Call Chris. Call Roman Sharp.
See you.
Yeah,
see you in a couple days.
Manager.
What's up, man? Oh, you know, another day in paradise. I mean,
He is
honestly,
tiny. Look how tall. Look at his head. It's right there where he's like, he's small. Look how tall he is. He is so tiny. His face lines up perfectly with this freaking He is so short. Look where his head lines up with that sign on the wall. He is so short. Frank says he could have been a horse jockey. Yeah, I gotta say, in my opinion, he's a toxic. He's a moving toxic personality. Oh shit, that's so great. He is short.
Once you stop,
His head is right there in the emergency sign. That's like 5. That's like 5'3", 5'4". Holy
reading
cow!
comments and
Look at how, and then
listening.
look, he's lined up right with the little the floor sign on the elevator as well too. He's reaching up for the elevator button.
and all the chatter. It's not that bad.
Oh
Just
man,
we're the
this
team.
never
We're
gets
focused on
old.
training. We're doing charity stuff again later tonight. We've got charity all day tomorrow. I'm trying to lock
He
one more in
is
on
short.
Saturday. So yeah, something where we can do like.
Well, he does like to give massages.
Right here. So
I know, right?
What's going on? Are you guys live right now?
Hey,
Hi.
What's
so
up?
How are you?
How are
We're
you?
hiding.
But what's going on? My phone's been blown up.
So is mine.
Well, what's going on? And I called these guys.
You called everybody.
So what's up?
Everyone was told not to answer. You'll see.
I'll see.
It's controlled chaos.
I'm thinking publicity stunt. Marketing.
She's
No?
Smart. Yes.
And like all these people calling me and stuff. I'm like,
I mean, if you think about it, in 24 hours, we have the whole world talking about us.
you could at least just.
all right, let me know. You think Ant? Look at where he is with that floor sign. You think Ant hooked up with this girl? Come on, old Ant. Look where he is with that floor sign on the door. He is tiny. He is tiny.
Like shoot it a text and be like, I'm good. I'm okay.
Cannot. It can't.
Look
Kills
at-
the effect.
to everybody.
Kills the effect. If I just told half the people, then it wouldn't be that big a deal. Then only half the world would be.
Yeah, that's right, Orko. You're right.
See you later.
See ya. This is Chris, our attorney. Oh, this is Marco, my business
Marco's
partner.
like, who's this
He's
guy?
normally in like.
He goes, who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, our attorney. Oh, yeah, our attorney. I forget what else is on here. Anything good? What's the end stuff? Who's he talking to?
So I wanted to reach out to you personally and
Yeah,
talk to you.
I appreciate that because I'm not real sure what's going on. And I mean, I know I've had a couple conversations, but yeah, just it's got me pretty nervous. It's three expensive watches up there. Just had no idea what was going on.
Of course. So a little bit about it is it's controlled chaos.
Oh, wait, what was the end? This is when he explained the charity thing that never happened, by the way. Here, let's do this. We gotta hear this.
I really hope you enjoyed this video. We know you're going to let us know.
It's
in the
never
comments.
happened.
Please don't hold back. Let us know exactly how you feel, what you thought.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of.
I don't
announcements on
have
this.
that
We're
one,
gonna Save
Orko.
those for an exclusive interview that I'll mention at the end. But what I do want to talk about is these 5 watches right here. These are the 5 Oyster Perpetuals that our team has decided to donate
Beautiful
to
watch,
charity.
by the way.
These first 4 right here are going to
Keys.
be dedicated to
That
specific
that
charities
red
that
one
we
is
actually were able to
so
participate in
badass.
this week. The last one, and probably the one that's the most special to us, the branding matches the organization. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID and because of travel restraints right now, we were unable to physically be there and work in this charity. But the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is a huge topic right now. It's a huge organization doing a lot of good, and we felt that this was the best and most appropriate watch to donate to that. So you're going to be able to go on our website, guys. There's going to be a page dedicated to just this. There's going to have information about all of the charities as well as a running tally for the auction. We're going to run this auction for 1 week. And in 1 week, once that closes out, 100% of the proceeds of all 5 of these watches will be donated to
Yeah,
each
right.
organization.
Watches
Going forward, we're going to donate 5% of all of our profits starting in July. At the end of every month, we're going to tally those up, and each one of these charities are going to get an equal split. You'll also be able to see a running count every month on our website. So
that never happened.
help us,
None
guys.
of this
Help us
happened.
promote this word. Help us get this out there.
None
help
of
us,
this
help this
happened.
auction raise as much as we possibly can so we can help those less fortunate. The only other thing I really want to say is thank you to our clients, our friends, and our fans that stayed loyal throughout all this. There was a lot of speculation.
You know, someone's slimy when they do this all the time, when they're talking about money and sales.
And we've seen a lot of people express their opinions, but you guys stood by our
Haters.
side and
The
showed us
haters.
how important it was to see things out before jumping to conclusions. So,
Hey,
guys,
I
we
heard
sincerely-
recently that someone was auctioning off the hats on eBay. Is that true? Did anybody know about that or see that? Someone was saying that and then they got taken down or something like that. Is that true? Man, would I love to get one of those hats? I should make one. Should have one made.
really thank you. We also want to issue a huge thank you to those of you that helped spread this word and that helped spread the speculation and the fire. Because without you guys, honestly, this wouldn't have gotten as much attention as it got, and we wouldn't have been able to put as many eyes on this as we were able to. So thank you guys as well. Tune in this Thursday where Marco and I are going to be flying out this afternoon to meet producer Michael.
That never happened because after the shitstorm that came down with this blackout stunt, he was like, nope.
Shout out to Michael
Good
during
thing he
the middle of
didn't.
the week because obviously he has a very large platform. We wanted to get this message out to as many people as possible, and we felt his channel would be very instrumental in doing that. We asked him.
I'm not going to play this because it has music and I'll get dinged. Remember when he went out to Peter Marco in Beverly Hills and Peter made him wait like 3 hours before he even talked to him? That was great. Really good stuff. Oh, have you all seen this? I haven't played this in a while. I did like a parody video of his website, the video that was on his website explaining his watch dealer university. We'll play this and then we're going to wrap up this video. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. If it's your first time over here to the LTL True Crime Podcast, come hang out with us. We do a bunch of different cases over here. Obviously, I follow the Anthony Farah Timepiece Gentleman. I want to thank my source for giving me those documents and really just keep me up to date. I appreciate it. And it's been fun, following along here. And as I know, I think I'm the only one that's really dropping all the legal documents. But it's been a fun adventure so far, and obviously we'll keep following this. And I'm gonna write Anthony in jail. I'm gonna see if he responds, and I'm gonna actually legitimately write him like a legit letter and see if he actually responds. Because if I send him something like corny or mean or whatever, he's just gonna be like, screw this and not respond. But I actually try to type up a legit letter, send it to him, and see if he actually writes back. I think that would be kind of cool. So let's do this. I'm going to play this watch parody video that I made, and then we'll get out of here for the night. All right, sit back, relax. And if you want to watch this on your own, I'll drop the link, but let's check this out. Yeah, I'll send him like a Christmas card or something. All right, let's play
Have you ever
this.
wondered what it would
This
be
is
like
great.
to not only wear a $60,000 watch for free, but to make some side cash doing so? I have some information that's potentially going to change your career path forever.
I've been digging myself this hole, and it's a $5 million hole. Yes, it's true. I'm $5 million in debt.
Back during the pandemic, we saw the watch industry take off, and now's a better time than ever for new dealers like yourself to get started. If you've ever been intrigued about the thought of becoming a full-time watch dealer and wasn't really sure where to start, or maybe you just want to flip a watch or two here and there so that you can ultimately wear watches for free. I mean, hey, that is how I started.
It's gotten to where just living this fake lifestyle, this look at me, I'm smart, I'm successful, keeping up the appearances.
Or maybe you don't want to be a dealer. Maybe your idea is to become a better collector and understand the watch market.
Carrie, thank you for the 5 through Buy Me a Coffee. I appreciate the donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support and, really being a friend in this business and really being, my assistant behind all of this and help me out with a lot of things here. I do appreciate it. All right, let's keep playing this.
From a dealer's point of view. Well, stick around because I've got some valuable information.
I've lied to my employees. I've lied to my clients. I've lied to my friends. I've lied to my peers.
Let's put it like this. If I had a time machine and I could go back to the day I started with all the information I can share with you today, I could have saved myself millions of dollars, countless sleepless nights, and a lot of mistakes that I made.
You know, I've let stuff get the best of me, and I've made a lot of bad decisions. I've made a lot of dumb mistakes.
To be honest, I'd probably be in the exact same position I am today, just 3 years sooner. For those of you that haven't been following my content, my name is Anthony Fair, and I'm the owner and founder of the Timepiece Gentleman brand. I sold some of the most exquisite timepieces to some of the biggest names that you guys know. I'm going on my 6th year in this business, and we're on pace to do about 40 million in sales this year.
And it's a $5 million hole. Yes, it's true. I'm $5 million in debt.
I can tell you this, we're just getting started. Now, I'll be the first to admit, in my 6 years in this business, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've seen dealers come and go, pulling stuff like cash grabs, shady moves, to just downright scams.
Stuff I did was wrong. Spending people's money, you know, living above my means, living this flex lifestyle, all that stuff was wrong.
Do you want to know the biggest scam I see in this industry that literally no one is talking about? It's the education in this space. The education here is a joke. And trust me, I've been a part of these programs and seen them firsthand. All they do is string you along, feeding you upsells and, you know, phases to their course and asking you to join their mastermind while never really telling you how real dealers make money.
I want to pretend, you know, to be something I'm not.
Feeding you a bunch of lies, and they're charging you an arm and a leg to do so. Remember how I told you I had something that was potentially going to change your career path forever?
I lied to people.
The past 6 years of my mistakes, my wins, my setbacks, the lessons I've learned, everything I know.
So ironic. All his shit, it's so ironic.
And only one.
This is 100% on me. You know, everything, the lies, the deception.
See, in this course, you're going to get everything you need to know to go from a beginning dealer to an expert like myself. Whether you're a seasoned collector,
and none of this came to fruition either.
Whether you've already started in the business and are flipping a watch here and there, or you have zero knowledge at all, this is the place to start.
I got a little taste of success and never wanted to forget that feeling.
And I can personally guarantee there's nothing like this out on the market. You want to know how I can guarantee that? Because I've been a part of these other programs. I know the dealers involved with them, and I can promise you that doesn't even come close. And the proof is in the pudding.
$5 million in debt.
With this program, you're basically purchasing the last 6 years of my brain. Every lesson I've learned, both the easy and the hard.
Again, I didn't anticipate it getting this big.
There is no second or third phase, no monthly mastermind, no continued education with this course. It's all bundled into one package.
This fake lifestyle.
My Watch Dealer University course is the course that's going to give regular guys like you a real shot at becoming a dealer and teach you the rights and wrongs in this industry that people don't talk about.
I think I made some really, really bad decisions and I screwed some people over.
As a dealer who's on track to do 40 million in sales this year, I'm promising you an unfiltered, no BS masterclass on everything you need to know to get started. Everything from how to build a retail connection, how to build a wholesale connection. Where do dealers really source inventory? How to spot fakes.
2 big clients of mine. One who acted as an investor, and I used his money to fund my lifestyle.
How to avoid scams, how to set up your business, and so much more, all in one product. If you've ever had any interest in the watch industry, this is your unfair advantage. If you want to skip the expensive mistakes and painful lessons that every dealer before has had to go through, I want you to click the link and let's get started. Whether you want to be a full-time dealer, maybe you want to flip 1 or 2 watches a month, or just become a better collector. Maybe you're starting with limited funds.
$5 million in debt.
Say a few $1,000 like I did. This program was built for you. I can promise you that someday in the very near future, just by saying you went through this training, it's going to give you an immense trust and access to an amazing network of dealers. I have a long-term vision for this program becoming the gold standard of education in the watch industry, and I want to see you guys inside. So click the link below and let's get started.
I sent those messages with a purpose to try and start digging myself out of a hole that was coming.
So it's my little parody. If you want to watch it on your own, I'll throw the link there. Give it a watch. I appreciate it. Give it a comment. I appreciate it. Give it a like, a thumbs up. Let's get that sucker back out in the algorithm. It's got about 6,000 views on it. It'd be nice to get it kind of charged back up again, but give it a like, give it a comment over there. I'd love to see some new comments come through there. But again, we're going to wrap this up. Again, I wanted to come on live, show you the new documents to my source. If you're watching, thank you so much for sending those documents over. You've been a huge help in sourcing all this. And we got a little bit of time here. I think I'm actually going to write Ant a letter, see if he responds. I'll write him something nice. Maybe I can get a little interview out of him, through his, through the mail. Maybe he'll say something to me and I can report back to you guys. But we do this, we like to have fun with it, and ultimately want to just see what happens with Ant here. So Ali Reza says, yo ho ho hello. I'm I'm on no show tonight, at least not yet. Have a good evening, Brian's peoples. Thank you, Ollie. Love you over here. Happy New Year to you. And I'm sure that we'll all talk soon. I do appreciate it. Francis says 40 million times 5% is 2 million. It's 2 million. Jailhouse call. Yeah, maybe I can get him to call and we'll get him on the show. I'm gonna work it. I'm pretty good with reaching out to people. Maybe I can get something out of them, and just try to get something. Maybe we get an interview or a letter back. It'd be really cool. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna head over to my second channel. We're gonna have some fun over there tonight. What are we doing over there? Corey Feldman tonight on the second channel. I don't even have the link for my second channel here. Hang on. Little fun channel that I put together over there. Nothing serious. We just hang out. Nothing crazy. Tonight we're going to be doing some reactions to Corey Feldman. We like to just kind of hang out. It's a very, very loose stream. Hang out over there. If you want to come hang out, click the link. If not, JJ Gentleman Hangout is live. You can go over and check him out if you're watch people. If you want to come over and just hang out and goof around, we're going to do that on the second channel about 5 minutes. So I'll see you all over there. I'm going to head out. I'm Brian, LTL True Crime Podcast. First time over here, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you on the next one. I'll be back on what night I'm going to be back on. For sure, I'll be back on the 20th with Turtle Boy back live on the show to talk Karen Reed and his case, and the suppression of free speech needs to stop, needs to fucking stop in this country. We need to have voices. And I will talk to you all soon. And then, and then the following night, excuse me, I will have the Glarer live on the show. We're going to talk Karen Reed as well, as we're starting to pick up in that case and getting closer to March, to Karen's date, and obviously with everything that Turtle Boy is going through. So I hope I see everybody on those streams. I'll be indefinitely back in 2 days streaming live with Turtle Boy. I may pop a stream in on Tuesday night. I have some Idaho 4 content again that I want to do. So I may be popping up on Tuesday. If not, indefinitely I'll be back on the 20th. All right, everybody. I'm going to head over to the second channel. We're going to do some fun Corey Feldman and hang out over there. I appreciate everybody watching tonight, and I'm going to head out. Thanks, guys. Bye.